Have you ever wondered how China took a Russian fighter jet and made it better than the original? Or why Russia now regrets selling technology to their biggest competitor? Well, strap in, because the Shenyang J-16 is China's flanker clone that surpassed its Russian ancestor in every way. Today, we're revealing 15 shocking facts about this multi-role beast that has better radar, better engines, and better weapons than anything Russia builds. And number 1 will show you how the perfect copy became better than the original. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let's expose China's technological leap forward. 15. Flanker clone evolution. The J-16 is based on the Su-30 that Russia sold to China in the early 2000s. China bought the aircraft, studied it completely, then reverse-engineered every system. The J-16 is essentially an upgraded Chinese version of the Su-30 with extensive modifications. Russia sold the technology that would eventually undermine their own export market. China took the flanker airframe and transformed it with indigenous avionics, weapons, and engines. This represents the classic pattern of Chinese military development. Buy foreign technology, absorb it completely, then improve upon it. The students surpass the teacher through systematic technology absorption and indigenous innovation. Russia created their own competitor by selling advanced fighters to China without adequate technology protection agreements. 14. AESA radar advantage. The J-16 had an AESA radar before most Russian flanker variants received theirs. The Type 1475 active electronically scanned array radar is significantly more advanced than the mechanical radars on original Su-30s. China leapfrogged Russia in avionics technology, a stunning reversal of their historical relationship. The AESA radar provides better detection range, multiple target tracking, electronic warfare capabilities, and reliability compared to older Russian systems. China, the former customer and technology recipient, now fields more advanced sensors than Russia. The J-16's radar can detect targets earlier, track more simultaneously, and resist jamming better than Russian equivalents. This technological superiority in avionics represents China's advancement in electronics and software that Russia struggles to match with limited budgets and smaller industrial base.
13. Domestic engine. Finally, the J-16 is powered by Chinese WS-10 Taihang engines,
ending decades of dependence on Russian AL-31 engines. This achievement represents a massive strategic breakthrough for China. For years, Chinese jets relied on imported Russian engines because domestic options were unreliable and underpowered. The WS-10 engine took over 20 years to develop properly, but now equips frontline fighters. Engine independence means China can produce J-16s without Russian approval or supply chain vulnerabilities. This autonomy in production is strategically crucial. China no longer needs to import engines or worry about Russia cutting off supplies during diplomatic disputes. The WS-10 isn't quite equal to the best Russian engines yet, but it's close enough and improving rapidly with each iteration and production batch. 12. Multi-role master. The J-16 can perform air superiority, ground attack, and anti-ship missions simultaneously. It's a true multi-role fighter with massive weapons capacity across all mission types. The aircraft can carry air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, cruise missiles, and anti-ship weapons on the same sortie. This versatility exceeds the original Su-30's capabilities. The J-16 has 12 hardpoints capable of carrying over 12,000 kilograms of ordnance. Advanced avionics allow the crew to switch between mission types mid-flight. It can defend itself while striking ground targets or hunting ships. This jack-of-all-trades approach means the J-16 can adapt to whatever mission emerges. China built a more versatile fighter than Russia's original by integrating better computers, weapons, and sensors into the proven flanker airframe design. 11. Production speed shock. China is building J-16s faster than Russia produces any flanker variant. Hundreds are already in service with the People's Liberation Army Air Force. Chinese manufacturing efficiency and industrial capacity far exceed Russia's current capabilities. Shenyang Aircraft Corporation's production lines work continuously, churning out J-16s at a rate Russia cannot match. China is outproducing the nation that designed the original aircraft. This production advantage means China's numerical superiority keeps growing. Russia struggles to build even small numbers of Su-35s, while China mass-produces the superior J-16. The numbers gap between Chinese and Russian forces widens every year. Manufacturing capacity has become a strategic advantage that China leverages ruthlessly. Russia's defense industry cannot compete with China's scale, funding, and efficiency in aircraft production. 10. Electronic Warfare Pod. The J-16 features an integrated electronic countermeasures pod on the wingtip, providing advanced jamming capabilities. This system can jam enemy radars, disrupt missile guidance, and protect the aircraft from detection. The ECM capabilities extend beyond self-protection to escort jamming for other aircraft. The J-16 can suppress enemy air defenses while other aircraft attack. This electronic warfare emphasis shows China's understanding of modern combat, where dominating the electromagnetic spectrum matters as much as kinetic weapons. The system is reportedly more sophisticated than equivalent Russian jammers, incorporating lessons from Western electronic warfare development. China invested heavily in electronic combat technology, recognizing its importance in penetrating advanced air defenses. The J-16's electronic warfare capabilities make it a force multiplier that enhances the effectiveness of entire strike packages and formations. 9. Crew coordination advanced. The J-16 has a two-person crew with pilot and weapons systems officers working together. The human-machine interface is significantly more advanced than Russian flanker cockpits. China incorporated lessons from Western fighter design, creating better displays, controls, and information management. The crew workload is optimized through automation and intelligent systems that reduce pilot burden. The weapons systems officer in back manages sensors, weapons, and electronic warfare while the pilot flies. This division of labor allows more effective mission execution in complex scenarios. The cockpit features large multifunction displays, helmet-mounted sights, and intuitive controls that Russian cockpits lack. China's advancement in computer interfaces and ergonomics shows throughout the J-16's crew stations. Better human factors engineering translates to better combat effectiveness and reduced pilot fatigue during long missions. 8. No export sales. China is keeping the J-16 entirely for domestic use. It's not offered to Pakistan, their closest military ally, or any other country. This aircraft is too advanced to risk technology transfer or reverse engineering by potential adversaries. China learned from Russia's mistake of selling advanced technology that gets copied. The J-16 represents capabilities China wants to retain exclusively for their own forces. Export would also anger Russia, who would view sales of their copied technology as the ultimate insult. The decision to not export shows China values the J-16's strategic advantage over export revenue. Pakistan has to settle for older J-10s, while China keeps the J-16 for themselves. This strategic capability is retained domestically to maintain technological edge over regional rivals and potential adversaries in future conflicts. 7. Taiwan Strait optimized. The J-16 was designed specifically with Taiwan Strait scenarios in mind. It carries anti-ship missiles capable of targeting American aircraft carriers, intervening in a Taiwan conflict. The ground attack capability supports invasion operations with precision strikes on Taiwanese defenses. Air superiority armament allows the J-16 to dominate airspace over the strait against Taiwanese F-16s. Every aspect of the aircraft is purpose-built for this one specific conflict scenario. The range is perfect for cross-strait operations. The weapons loadout matches the targets China expects to face. The multi-role capability allows J-16s to perform multiple missions in the same campaign. China built exactly what they needed for their most important strategic contingency. The J-16 is optimized for the mission that matters most to Chinese military planning and national reunification objectives. 6. Better than Su-35. China's J-16 is superior to Russia's Su-35, the latest flanker variant Russia sells for export. The J-16 has better radar, better avionics, better weapons integration, and comparable or better engines. Ironically, China bought 24 Su-35s from Russia in 2015, but clearly prefers their own J-16, producing hundreds while the Su-35s sit relatively unused. The Su-35 purchase was diplomatic, maintaining the appearance of Russian technological superiority while China's indigenous fighter surpassed it. The J-16 represents China's technological advancement beyond their former teacher. Russia's best flanker variant is inferior to China's derivative copy. The student's homework is definitively better than the teacher's original work. This reversal shows how dramatically the technological relationship between China and Russia has shifted in China's favor in just 2 decades. 5. Stealth characteristics. Added, the J-16 incorporates radar-absorbent material coatings and reduced radar cross-section features not present on original flankers. It's not a stealth fighter, but it's significantly stealthier than the Su-30 it's based on. China applied lessons learned from J-20 development to reduce the J-16's detectability. The RAM coatings, refined air intakes, and reduced external stores using conformal carriage all contribute to lower radar signature. These 4th generation plus modifications give the J-16 some 5th generation characteristics without full stealth design. The incremental stealth improvements make the J-16 harder to detect and track than Russian flankers. China understands that even small reductions in radar cross-section provide tactical advantages in modern air combat. The J-16 bridges the gap between 4th and 5th generations more effectively than Russian equivalents still using 1990s-era designs. 4. Weapons integration superior. The J-16 can employ a wider range of weapons than Russian flankers. Indigenous Chinese missiles like the PL-15 long-range air-to-air missile and YJ-83 anti-ship missile are fully integrated. Russian weapons compatibility is maintained, giving access to both Chinese and Russian arsenals. This flexibility advantage allows the J-16 to use the best weapons available regardless of origin. Chinese weapons are often more modern than Russian equivalents, with better seekers and longer ranges. The avionics support rapid weapon switching and mixed loadouts for different mission profiles. Integration of multiple weapon types from different nations on one platform demonstrates advanced software and systems engineering capabilities. China's weapons integration exceeds Russia's ability to integrate foreign weapons on flankers. The J-16's flexibility in weapons employment makes it more adaptable and lethal across various combat scenarios and mission requirements. 3. Zero combat experience. The J-16 has never fired a shot in combat. It has zero operational experience against real adversaries. Every capability claim is theoretical, based on specifications, simulations, and exercises. Chinese pilots train extensively with the aircraft, but training never fully replicates combat reality. How does the J-16 perform when systems fail under battle stress? How do crews react when actually being shot at? Nobody knows because it's never happened. The advanced sensors and weapons remain untested in real warfare. Combat reveals truths that peacetime operations hide. Western fighters have decades of combat data validating or disproving their capabilities. The J-16 exists only on paper and in exercises. Until it faces actual opposition with real stakes, its effectiveness remains educated guesswork regardless of impressive specifications and manufacturer claims about performance. 2. Russia's bitter pill. Russia created their own competitor by selling Su-30 technology to China. They transferred knowledge that undermined their own export market and strategic position. Russia can no longer compete with Chinese flanker variants that are better and cheaper than Russian originals. China was a customer that became a rival through technology absorption. This represents one of history's greatest strategic blunders in defense technology transfer. Russia needed short-term revenue but sacrificed long-term market position. Now, potential customers can buy superior Chinese versions instead of Russian aircraft. Russia lost both a major customer and created a superior competitor simultaneously. 1. perfect copy that isn't. Here's the ultimate truth. The J-16 started as a copy but became fundamentally different through extensive Chinese modifications. The airframe resembles the Su-30, but the avionics, engines, weapons, and systems are entirely different and superior. Chinese improvements are so extensive that calling it a copy is misleading. The J-16 surpassed the original in radar technology, electronic warfare, weapons integration, engines, and overall capability. It's proof that China moved from pure imitation to genuine innovation. The copy is now better than the original in every measurable metric. Russia's technology transfer created a superior competitor that replaced Russian flankers in capability and market position. And there you have it. 15 facts proving the Shenyang J-16 evolved from Russian clone to Chinese superior fighter. Which fact shocked you most? The AESA radar advantage or Russia's strategic blunder? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, subscribe for more fighter analysis, and we'll see you in the skies.